Hey guys, welcome to another Critique the Community. I'm here with Keith Bradshaw, and Keith's been a photographer, videographer, professional musician, and I asked you what should the next critique be, and what did you say?
Concerts.
Concert photography.
Live music.
Okay, if you guys have those photos, you can click on the description, the link in the description. You can go over and upload those photos right now for the next critique. But we're gonna be critiquing fitness, male fitness photography. It's kind of strange, but the reason we're critiquing it is because I was just in LA and I competed with Pi Joseph from SLR Lounge, and we shot his business partner who's a fitness nut. And we released 3 images each online anonymously, and people voted on which were the best. Now, I have already filmed the end and the reveal and everything, but nobody yet knows whose images are what, and we're just waiting for Pi's editors to get that video out. It's gonna come out on SLR Lounge. But before we get into this critique, I thought it would be fun for you to critique the images that I took and Pi took, but I'm not gonna tell you who took.
Who took what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be fun. So, these 2 images here are from the first set. So basically, we took pictures of the same model in the same location.
So, one of these
is mine and one of them is Pi's, okay? So, you tell me which one you think I took, and then you tell me how you would rate these.
I think you took the first image because you're not gonna set up a bunch of lights. You're just gonna do
Oh yeah, okay, you think I'm lazy.
Yeah,
you think
not
I'm
lazy. I just think you'll do as little as possible sometimes, just to get by. So I think you took that one light. I'd like to see a little more definition over on his right side. Our left, the darkness kind of blends in just a little too much for me. I do like the color, and the composition's good. Shoes are good. This could be a shoe ad.
Okay.
You know, black and white is always more artistic.
Of course. Of course.
It looks like more than one light here. I like this when you see all the outline. A little hot on the forehead. I think you could have, or not you, but Pi.
I'm not telling you yet.
Could have toned down that just a little bit. I like the composition on this one too. I can't really say that I like one much better than the other, except on the first image, it's a little dark in this area.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So you choose, your favorite is image 2.
Yes.
Okay. Now guys, I really want to reveal who took which image here, but it's up to Pi. Like he's the guy who filmed everything. I want them to be able to reveal.
So I don't get to find out.
I'll tell you after we finish. But guys, if you want to see and learn who took which set, stay tuned, because on SLR Lounge any day now, they're going to be releasing this video, and we're gonna post it on Fstoppers too. All right, so here's the next set. So this is set 2, image 1, and image 2.
So once again, you did one and Pi did one of these 2.
Correct.
Images. This is him again. It's very similar to the other lighting. We've got that really hot face. This is you. I've seen you do the clam lighting before, I think.
Wait, what does clam lighting do?
You know, like each side, you know.
Oh, okay. Usually clamshell lighting refers to like above the face and below the face.
Well, I don't know then. Right.
Okay.
I'm wrong. Lights on each side. Okay. So I think that's yours. Man, I think this is him, and this one is just a little straightforward for me.
Okay.
I do like this exposure and the middle part of this image, and I like the lighting of this image. I just feel like it's a little too straightforward, and like, I don't want to say amateurish, but like.
Go right ahead. You don't even know if you're talking about me right now.
Yeah, those are yours.
So wait, so you chose 2 for the first set, 1 for the other set.
Right.
And then the final 2 images.
Okay, I like the first one better, and I think that one is yours.
It's very entertaining
Really?
to hear someone critique the images, but not, you don't know for sure, but you seem pretty confident that you know who took which images.
I think I like this one the best all the way around. There's no doubt.
The first one.
Yes, over that one.
Okay. And then what's your critique for both of these?
I don't have a lot of bad things to say about the first image. I like it all. I really like these lines, leading lines into the subject. This one I just don't like. I don't like the lighting, the background. Looks like it's too close. It's like the kind of slat you hang guitars on or something.
Yeah.
It just gets all dark down in here.
Yep.
I just don't like that one at all.
All right, guys. Well, if you want to figure out who took which image and then what the live voting was for each of these, stay tuned on SLR Lounge, subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. And like I said, we'll also be posting it on Fstoppers. I gotta tell you, this video should be pretty entertaining because I went full blown I was giving Pi so much crap the entire time we were shooting. I think I broke his spirit a little bit. And then there's a really funny reveal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in this as well.
I can't wait for this.
Let's go ahead and get to the critique. Let's start with the first image here, and
I have seen this. I have seen this before.
Oh boy! So this is certainly not the highest rated image. I think this is a joke.
A lot of work went into this. I know, and we've talked about this.
So for those of you who do not know, David Strauss, who's like the manager mastermind of Fstoppers, he did this photo shoot. He planned it for months and did all this work. And he got this photo. This is like a legitimate shot taken directly in camera. There's no Photoshop done here. I have gone on record as saying I hate this photograph. I think this is one of the worst photographs I've ever seen, but I think David's pretty proud of it, and whether people are just trying to get back at me or they legitimately like it, this image has become somewhat famous and it's very highly rated on the Fstoppers community. People like it.
I think it's good, and obviously a lot of work went into getting this framed out, composition. I don't know how you shoot right into the sun anyway. I mean, that's a feat within itself, but I don't love it. I mean, if it was a woman's body, I would probably still not love it. It's just a very masculine thing. I don't know. It's just not my kind of photo.
Well, I mean, not even, I try not to allow my own personal biases to come into my rate. I can say, I don't really like this genre of photography, but it's incredibly well done.
Right.
I don't think this is well done. I feel like this looks bad.
Have you ever tried to shoot into the sun?
Again, I don't think you can think about things like that. I don't think you could. I mean, you could say that about anything. You could get a good shot and then, like, let's say you take a mediocre shot and the client goes, "Hey, this is bad. We can't release this." And you can't come back and go, "But you don't know how hard it was to get that. And I worked so hard on this. And why don't you respect the amount of effort that I put in?" That's not the way the industry works. So I'm sure there's other images that were also very difficult to take that are going to be in this critique, but they will be better.
Right.
So we need to rate this. And 1's a snapshot. 2 needs work before it hits your portfolio. 3 is a solid image. You could make money with it today. 4 is excellent. 5 is world class.
Okay, 1 through 5.
Yep. Are you ready?
But David, he's like filming us.
I know.
He took this picture.
He can't even hear what we're saying right now. He's got those headphones on. He's listening to something else.
He can definitely hear. So what is 2 again?
It needs work before it hits your portfolio, but it's not a snapshot. A snapshot is like anyone at the moment could have just taken the
No,
shot.
definitely not. So I would say this technique and this planning, I would have to at least put it right in the middle. From 1 through 5, I would say 3.
3.
Just because, I mean, look, he's got the light and the shadow just right, and like, how do you do that?
Wait. I mean, what is just right? What is just right?
Well, I mean, it's not just a silhouette. You can still see, the light wrapping around the guy.
That's just right.
You just hate it.
I hate it so much.
I don't hate it. I think it's...
David took the winning photograph, the legitimate highest rated photograph for the last critique. We did dog photography, and he had the highest rated one. Legitimately, no cheating involved.
Okay, 2.
So now you don't want to lie for him anymore. Okay, I would have done that too. From now on, though, we got to go 3, 2, 1, and we're going to throw numbers out. But I agree, 2 stars. Okay, let's get to the real critique here, David.
Right.
This image is now the highest rated image. They're going to get a free tutorial, but we also give a free tutorial to one random winner. So pick a number 1 through 20.
Just this is a random number.
Any number you want.
15.
Okay, when we get to 15, you're going to get a free tutorial. Are you ready to rate this image?
1 through 5?
Yep, 1 through 5. 3 is a solid image. 4 is excellent. 5 is
And all these
world-class.
images we're looking at, they are planned photo shoots.
Not necessarily.
That makes a difference.
But think about it from a commercial client standpoint. They're coming to this guy's website. They need to hire somebody for a male fitness shoot. I mean, yeah, I guess you could be a street photographer and have some guy with a shirt off or whatever, but that's not what this critique is about.
This image is much more artsy than something I would, look for in an ad, I would say. It reminds me of like an old boxing black and white photo or something. Not an ad for Calvin Klein or something,
I don't know what you're getting at here. It's like you're going really deep on this image. Let's rate it, and then we can talk about it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You went 4, I went 3. I'm not upset about a 4 on this. I feel like a 4 is okay. It's not blowing my mind. I just feel like it's really solid commercial image, and I feel like this photographer is definitely good enough to be making money with this. I feel like this is a portfolio image for sure.
I don't love the background over here.
No, I don't either. That's why it doesn't feel quite as polished as like a Calvin Klein ad
And
would
I don't
be.
love the darkness right there too with this,
bottom
whatever
left.
he's holding it's kind of missing, it's cropped out. What is he holding?
I mean, I think he's on a bicep machine.
Okay.
And so it's like a pulley
All right,
system.
all right.
Anything
It's just
else
kind
you
of
have to
vague.
say?
No.
But do you want to change your vote now? Because you
No,
said 4.
I like it as an artistic image. It
Okay.
looks like something that you didn't really plan and you just got a good shot.
Okay. Community gives it 3.12. Next up.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1. We agreed. 2 stars.
Oh, really?
Needs work. I feel like there's a lot of potential here. I mean, I've seen incredible commercial photography like this, where they have the powder, or they
Yes.
have the smoke, or they have the paint.
Yeah.
I just feel like this isn't quite polished enough to look like a really high-end commercial shoot.
My issue, other than everyone's doing this powder stuff, is that when I first saw it, I couldn't tell if he was laying down or if he's jumping or whatever. At first, it was like I'm looking at someone who's lying on their back. And so I was just kind of thrown off as to what I'm looking at.
I feel like the pose is very strange. I mean, first of all, he's covering up his face, and I understand maybe that's a decision that you wanted to make for any number of reasons, but that back arm, he looks like an amputee or something.
Yeah. What is that? I mean,
Yeah, I don't
why would you pick that frame?
quite, yeah, exactly.
I'm sure this photographer has, in this series, another one that we would both probably like better. Just based on the arm right there.
Yeah.
That leg, what's going on here?
Yeah, down on this leg. It looks like a lot of this was photoshopped in and not very well, and I could be wrong, but something about it, yeah, on his shin, it just, why does it look black and cloudy down there, but then other places around here, you can see all the details of the powder or whatever it is?
Yep.
All right, community 2.87.
Not too far off. All right, we're voting.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm in between a 3 and a 4 on this. I think this is my favorite shot so far.
I give it a solid 3.
Yeah?
It's my favorite of the 3, but
But you gave the first one a 4.
well, I didn't see this one. Now the bar is changing. And I still like the first one as an artistic. It seems like he just happened to get that shot, or whoever took the photo. They just grabbed it, and it was just there.
What are you talking about? There's lighting from both sides.
I know, but I don't see it that way. It just.
What does that mean?
It seems like it was just a natural shot.
What do you mean? It looks totally lit. They don't have lighting like this in any
gym
in the world. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't know. It just still reminds me, I guess, maybe because it's black and white. I do like that artistic look.
You're too easily pleased, Keith.
It's good.
All right.
Yeah.
In terms of a critique, I feel like his facial expression is a little strange. Don't you? Like, I feel like the lighting is fantastic. I like the sweat or the water, whatever. Looks great. I like the hint of the boxing glove or whatever's down there. I don't even know if that is a boxing glove, but whatever that is down there, I feel like it looks cool. You got the crackly leather and stuff. But then he's got those wide open eyes with the dead mouth.
Yep.
And I just feel like, if he had a little bit more intensity in his eyes, I think it could look a lot more interesting. But it's almost like this beautiful portrait of this trained killer, and it's kind of strange.
And this may be a little weird, but I feel like that this misted sweat doesn't look natural. It should be like dripping off and more wet than just like mist. It seems like it's just lots of fine mists that's been sprayed on him, as opposed to someone who's really sweating.
So you're looking at the side of his cheek here.
Yes.
And I agree. Like if you look at the sweat up on his
That's
forehead,
the way sweat looks.
It's dripping.
Yeah.
I agree. Community 3.11.
I'm ready to vote on that right now.
I don't know if this is men's fitness, but I mean, this certainly is hard to do. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do the photo or the breakdancing.
The breakdancing.
I'm ready to vote on this
I think I could do the
right
photo.
now.
3, 2, 1. I'm in between a 2 and a 3, but this cannot be a 1.
I'm a solid 1.
Come on, Keith. It's not that bad.
I can't stand it. I don't like anything about this image at all. It's way
Hold on. What's better or worse? David's Atlas in the Sun photo or this?
Would I know how he took this photo that's not photoshopped? Or would it just looking at the photos?
Just looking at the photos.
God, is he around?
He's not here anymore.
Okay,
David's gone.
But he's going to edit this.
That's true. He will see
just looking at him, I wouldn't like it as much either. I just don't like anything about this image at all. No. It all blends in. It's too busy. This is all contrasty down here. It's like when someone wears plaid to an interview. And I want to focus on their eyes. I want their eyes to pop and their shirt's just taking control of the whole screen. And it just doesn't make sense to me. And even this, like what's up with this? Where's his head? And his shirt is even busy. His hair and his shirt kind of all, it's the same thing there. It's so contrasty. I just hate everything about it. Probably worse than anything I've ever seen.
I was afraid. I was like, I don't know if Keith's going to be the best for a critique. You're too nice. You're too soft-spoken.
I mean, I was ready to vote on that one the second I saw it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm offended by your offense to this image. I don't think it's that bad. I feel like the dance move's pretty cool. I feel like the lighting's interesting across the ground. I feel like the different graffiti with the blue and then the red in the background is interesting. Obviously, I tilt it a little bit or, get my vertical lines to be a little straighter. But I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, the more I look at it, I'm kind of leaning towards a 3. I feel like maybe this should be in your portfolio.
I'm barely giving it a 1.
You want to give it a 0?
I'm looking right at the guy's face and I can't even see what expression he's got until I blow it up and really look at it.
Yeah.
So from over here, it's just a mess. Maybe if the whole thing was shot at like 2.0, and it was more blurry or something, but I don't know.
Damn, Keith.
Yeah, sorry.
You're mean.
Sorry.
2.69. The community agrees with me.
That's pretty low. Can we skip that one?
No, we can't skip any of them. No. Look at this dude's face.
I know. I'm ready to vote on this one to move on because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one.
I'm kind of torn on this. I'm really torn on this. Oh, this is so hard. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Hold on. So you don't understand the rating system. You don't understand the rating
One is
system.
bad, right?
No. One is a snapshot. So anyone with any camera in the moment could have taken the shot. That's the spirit of a 1. This is very well lit.
Really? Looks like he's kind of blown out up there. And right
Of course, but like professional lighting has been used. This isn't a snapshot. Like this has been a planned photo shoot. So the worst that you could give this is a 2.
Okay, well then I give it a 2.
Okay, and I hate giving this a 2 because I feel like, first of all, this guy's an amazing bodybuilder. I feel like the lighting's great. Maybe I would burn in that background a little bit. I feel like the background's a little too dark, and I want to see some
I'm okay with the background.
There. Really?
Yeah, I think the highlights are too.
I agree. I feel like it's a little overexposed. But my biggest issue is like this facial expression that this guy's making. That's so
what I was saying.
Funny looking.
I was asking if we could just skip this one because of that. This facial expression is just not good.
He's got that duck face going on that all the girls love. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously incredible bodybuilder, but to put it in your portfolio, if there's people like us that look at it and immediately have such a wild reaction, you may not want it in your portfolio, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if you send me that, I can kind of fix it on my iPhone.
What would you do?
Well, I would maybe turn the highlights down, and then I would have to take the saturation down a little bit. It's just his face is over here, and these muscles here, and even the rim light over here is just a little too bright.
Okay.
The background is fine with me, though. I do like the background. I like the angles of I guess it's gym equipment. The darkness up here does not bother me in this image. He does pop well. It's just those highlights looks like maybe something happened on the internet or something where the image is just, it has too much highlight. Like the histogram or the waveform would be clipping or right at clipping.
Yeah, I agree. Community, 2.63.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I'm ready to vote.
You're getting good at this, Keith. Or you're getting really bad at this.
No, I'm ready. As soon as I see something, I know.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Did you know? Because you cheated.
I want to do no, I wasn't looking at yours. I don't even know what was yours?
I went 3.
I would kind of go 3.5 if I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this your favorite image so far?
I got to look at the first one I got to remember. I liked it a lot.
Because the first one you gave a 4.
Yeah, I like it.
But then that black dude you gave a 3, but you said that was your favorite. And then you want to give this one a 3.5 or 4.
I didn't like the mist on that guy. It was unnatural looking.
Okay. I feel like you're being a little inconsistent here.
I'm doing the best I can. I didn't understand the rating system. I'm going 1 through 5.
Just think about this. If you give something a higher number, you should like it more.
Yeah, I like this a pretty good bit. So I was saying 3.5 to a 4 right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Obviously, super heavy color grading. It's almost not even color grading at a certain point. It's like black and white with blue added. It's not really graded so much as it's just
what is all this stuff? Is this post? All that stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would kind of be weird that this guy would be sitting in the rain, but then he could be in like a dusty, dirty gym with the. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense, but I feel like it's done fairly well. It looks cool to me.
We need to move on before I drop it down to a 3.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Community gives it 2.82. Wow. Oh, is that Phelps? It says Phelps on his
the same.
On his head. This is a tough one for me. Very tough.
Is this a low res or something?
That's what's always hard about these critiques is the images that we get that people submit are kind of low res. So it's hard to tell if it's blurry because they took it that way or it's blurry just because we have a low res image.
Right. So I just have to imagine it's perfect. Sports Illustrated, right?
Yeah, I guess.
to be in the position to take this photo, you have to
be good.
Yeah. So I know that. That's one. We need to vote on it now.
We need to vote on it now.
3, 2, 1.
I'm giving it 3 only because it's Michael Phelps. I don't particularly like this image. But I feel like if you had the opportunity to shoot the greatest swimmer in human history, then it pushes it over the edge. It's like shooting a mediocre portrait of a celebrity. And it's a celebrity. It should go on your website.
Right.
But I'm not blown away by the lighting or the pose or anything about that.
Well, he's not lighting.
Right.
And I say he. I didn't mean she. I feel like I've seen this image before, or there's probably 1,000 images.
Every time you photograph Michael Phelps, this is what it looks like.
And I don't like this crop. I don't know if that's the photographer or that it came off the web because of the web page. I don't like the crop at all.
What do you think the crop should be? You just want to see more of the top and the bottom, or is it too tight, or you want to?
Yeah, I would like. I don't know if they're taking any off the sides, but it seems like it would need a little more on the sides, and a little more on the top and bottom. I just don't like the crop. It seems if you're selling something or if it's part of a website, fine. Artistically, no.
Yeah, I agree. It feels a little confined to me too. All right, community gives it 2.56. What the heck?
What's with the chains?
Dude, that's what bodybuilders like.
Is that my Russian friend? Sure looks like her.
Ready?
No, I'm not. I can't decide which way to go on this one. But I'll go. Ready?
3, 2, 1. I went 2, you went 3.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think I'm being a little unfair. I feel like there's some interesting lighting going on here and somewhat interesting concept, but I have a negative attitude towards imagery like this. This kind of feels like model mayhem photography to me.
Yes, it does.
And
so 15 years ago.
Exactly. And so when I see photographs like this, it makes me feel like it's an amateur photographer who's never going to be a professional photographer. So I see this and I feel like, don't put it in your portfolio because only people who don't make money take pictures like this. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong in this case, but you know what I'm saying. Because we used to be on Model Mayhem together.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago, you and me, we were owning the Charleston market.
Everyone did that. I mean, that's how you learn. You know?
I know.
Yeah. For something about the lighting is a little weird because he's lit from the front and she's lit from the front, and I don't know if that's just me. I don't love chains in any of these photos. I don't get the whole chain thing. I don't love this photo. I like the black and white again. It's artistic. I do like
just if something's black and white, it's artistic to you and you like it.
Yes, absolutely. I like the lighting on him. I like the way it hits him. Her pose is a little. I figured.
Everything's weird. It's weird.
Her pose is a little weird to me.
All right, let's move on. Community gives it 2.94. They agree with you.
I'm close to most of the community here. I'm ready. I'm ready on this.
3, 2, 1. I'm going 3.
Me too.
There's a couple things that I like and dislike about this. One, the first thing that I felt when I saw this is, why isn't it shot straight on? Why is this chain link fence along the bottom not parallel to the frame?
People need to level their photos.
Yeah, it's
almost always.
So that really bothers me with this shot. And
I've got one thing that bothers me just terribly bad right off the rip.
Yep.
Look, if the photographer had moved a few inches to the right, then the outline of his face, his nose just kind of blends into that bar back behind him.
That's true.
And it makes him look like he's got like the old Greek statue nose from here. Like he's got a huge nose when it's really not. It's just a normal nose.
Actually, it is. No, he does have the Greek statue
but,
nose.
I would not. I would definitely, move just slightly this way. And everything else I like about it, other than the slight tilt, that bumped it to a 3 to me as where the head lies in the composition.
Yeah, there's something about the color grading and stuff that I really like here. And then I love the lights in the background. I love the shadow that the light is casting through those bars, on the ground on the bottom left.
Yep.
I'd like to see more of that. Like if you could move the lights more to camera left and fire the shadows across the ground, across the entire frame. I feel like that could be cool, but I completely agree. Putting his face in that golden thing back there looks bad.
That nose is just...
And then his pose isn't great, and, like, whatever. But I think it's a decent image. Community agrees exactly. 3 stars.
At first I thought he was in water, swimming.
Like
underwater. When I first saw it, it looks like he's swimming from here.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
I thought you were good now, and you see.
I know, but I don't want to be too hard. I need to look at it for a second. And I don't want to keep voting the same way either. I mean, everything's, it's not terrible, but it's not great. And I'm putting everything right in the middle.
All right, give it 5 stars.
No, I'm going to
do the same thing. 3, 2, 1. 3 stars. We agree. I feel like it's a solid image. I feel like this is about as good as you can get for this sort of thing. I don't know. I can't really imagine much more in this location with that pose. I feel like it's really well done.
I don't like the back. His back doesn't look normal to me. I don't know, the muscles in this arm and the way that leg goes over there. It just seems like, to me from here, his body shape doesn't look normal. It looks like a different kind of animal right there than a human.
Okay, well that's what he looks like. And I feel like if you couldn't see that back left foot, camera left foot, that would be worse.
It would be. Now you have to see it's just I don't know, this seems, how can you have that much lightness under him where the shadow is there and that much lightness up there? It seems like there should be more either the back or the stomach area needs to have
I agree with that. It's almost like...
That's what bothers me about it.
I think the thing is, I'm guessing, is that there's powder all over his body that for some reason is not on his dark forearm. And maybe that's what looks a little weird. But what is going on with the powder here? I mean, what is happening? Did they fill a whole studio with powder and he's just swimming in the powder and it's like, just see it on the bottom of his face?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I know, you don't want to lose your grip, but like, I think he's not going to lose the grip. He's good. Community, 3.03.
Yep. Gonna skip this one?
No, I'm not skipping this one.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. 2 stars, we agree. I just feel like it just doesn't look super professional. I can see all the wrinkles in the paper in the background. Look on the bottom left down there.
No.
And it's like I want more contrast or something. Let's just do one light upper left and then let's have less fill. Something's going on where I can see a little bit too much detail. I mean, obviously it's got a great physique, but it's something about it just feels a little cheaper to me than some of the other shots we've seen.
Yeah.
Community disagrees, 2.88. Right.
Okay, I wish I could vote twice on this one because there's 2 things, about this image. One thing I really like and one thing I really don't like.
Okay.
Can we go ahead and talk about it, or we need to vote?
We gotta vote.
Damn it!
No cheating. 3, 2, 1. It pains me to give this 2, but I gotta give it 2. Go ahead. What do you like?
I like it?
I love it too.
The circle, it brings your eye right into him. His eyes pop off the screen. His expression is genuine. He's really doing something. It really captured him. I like all of that. I never like the ocean in the background like that.
Were you the one who just brought this up on Facebook the other day? I completely agree. I mean, I always had clients that would say like, "Oh, we want to go out and do a session on the beach."
Let's go to the ocean, yeah.
And I'm like, what looks good on the beach are the sand dunes, but the ocean is like a brown line.
Exactly.
Or what looks good is you get them to walk on the wet sand, you get the reflection and stuff.
Yes.
But if they don't want to get their feet wet and they're up on the sand and you just see a line in the background, it never looks good.
It's just a line. It goes right through them. Sometimes in all the wedding shots or the engagement shoots, the line just goes right through their head or something.
Yep.
And you got the ocean, you got the sand. There's nothing interesting about the sand or that sky.
That is my biggest issue. I feel like the lighting on this guy is fantastic. I don't love his look and facial expression and stuff, but I feel like the lighting on him looks really nice. Mm-hmm. But then the background just doesn't really do it. And so for that reason, I'm giving it 2 stars, but it hurts me to do that because I feel like there's things I really like.
So the other day, I posted on the local forum, the ocean is a terrible place for a background for photos.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people chimed in.
And do they agree or disagree?
Well, a bunch of people posted their photos.
And they're like, "Are you telling me this is bad?" And you're like, "Hell yeah."
So I learned, a lot by just looking at their.
You learned you were right. Okay, community 2.81.
Wow. I like it. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Wow. 4 stars.
I like it.
Really?
I just like flying photos like that. When you have someone in a living room or they're levitating or something like that and they're lit. I know they probably photoshopping everything out underneath it, but I just like them. And then they've got the shadow, which I can't quite figure out.
Yeah, it's fake. It's fake.
Yeah.
And you like the fake shadow?
Yeah. I like the flyingness of it.
If it were black and white, you'd give it 5 stars. Oh my gosh, it'd be the flying and the artistic
well, it's desaturated, so it's on its way.
Yeah.
And I can't keep looking at this image because I started out with a solid 4, and then you hand me the iPad, and then I look at it and I kind of like, maybe that's a little.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on with all the shot? Like, look at the box down there.
I don't know what the box is.
It just seems like this entire scene was built in Photoshop without any desire to make it look real. But in a way, I like it because it's got this wild, fake look to it.
Yes, that's what I like about it.
Oh, now you like it because it looks fake.
Well, no, it's that flying. I mean, people don't fly. I knew that was fake right off the rip.
What do you mean? He doesn't have to be levitating. He could just be falling forward or whatever.
Well, I thought it was fake when I first saw it. So the next image.
What did you think was fake?
I want to look at the next image and then vote, not on the first glance, because I've been looking at an image and go, "Oh, I like that," and then I pick it up and I hold it and I look at it and now I don't like it as much.
So what is the real vote that you'd like to give this?
Well, I don't understand this box, and it seems like it's not the right angle and everything.
Yeah.
And the box is really throwing me out. If the box were not there and it's just a guy flying, I'd still give it a good solid 3.5 maybe. But the box is throwing me off so much. And what is that? Are they selling something?
I have no idea what the box is.
It's the wrong angle.
Everything's the wrong angle. Nothing makes sense in this photo, but something about that makes me kind of like it. But community 2.61. All right, I'm gonna let you hold it.
Okay.
And you figure out what you want to rate it.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I'm in between a 2 and a 3. Here's the thing with this. I feel like I don't really like this image that much. I feel like it's a little cheesy looking and everything, but I feel like a lot of men's bodybuilders photography isn't really my thing. So I'm trying to be fair, and I'm thinking like this is good. Interesting angle, interesting lighting. Obviously the guy, he's worked out a couple times before. So
you think?
I think.
I don't like the ceiling, and I know they couldn't do anything about the ceiling.
Well, I mean, they could have just shot in another location, or they could have shot this image outside, or whatever.
Maybe could have done something. I don't know. That's the first thing I see is this fluorescent and the drop ceiling stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Going dark back there makes me feel like it's kind of weird in the background, an empty gym kind of feeling.
Community 2.51. All right, this is number 15. Congratulations, you have won a free tutorial, thanks to Keith Bradshaw.
Well, I'm glad I could do something good for
Gosh, Keith, you're so mean.
What was one again?
Snapshot.
Which means?
That basically, like, anyone with a camera, like, there's no thought put into it. It's kind of like documenting the location. Now, keep in mind, there are incredible world-class images that are snapshots, just in the sense that they took it on a cell phone real quick or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're world-class for a number of reasons. But the number one rated images in our critique are like there's nothing special about them.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. 2 stars. We
agree. I mean, I feel like interesting concept.
Yep.
But the lighting's not that good. Facial expression's not that good. Sky's not that good.
Well, he's upside down. That will change your face too, and in a bad way.
Sure.
I do like the tint, the Photoshop kind of whatever it is. I like that.
Community 1.88.
Close. That's. I feel like someone's going to hate me or something from voting their pictures bad, you know?
Oh, they will.
I just feel like, I'm sorry, but I just feel like I've seen that shot, I don't know how many times. It's just like Michael Phelps. I've seen that straight on shot so many times. It's not new, it's not unique.
Let's rate this. 3, 2, 1. I went 4.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this looks fantastic. What are you talking about? You've seen this before.
I think it's the pose.
What are you talking about? Like, who wears their shirt like that? Who's got
Guess ads.
The colored gels, the red
I do
and
like
the yellow.
that. I do like that. That was a good part about it. I like the skin tones and the color gels or whatever's going on there.
This is the best image by far of this critique, and you're going hard against
it. I give it a 3. That's good.
Yeah, but you were talking. You compare this to the Michael Phelps shot. This shot looks awesome.
No. This is planned out. This is photography, not sports photography. This is much better. I just feel like the pose I've seen a lot. That's all. I like the lighting. I like the composition right in the middle. It's fine. I mean, I give it a solid 3.
Like how you backtrack real quick on that one.
It's solid 3.
Community 2.67. Goodness, guys, what's wrong with you? I feel like this image is great.
It's good. I've seen it before. It's the pose.
Goodness.
If the photography part is good.
Oh.
What? This is. I know you like this. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. You went
3.
4?
I went 4. I guess, you know.
So this is one of the highest rated images in the entire critique. This is your favorite shot.
This is one of them.
Okay. I feel like it's okay, but, background's not too interesting. Obviously, if this is, ads for the gym or whatever, they need to be in there. But, there's like funk on the mat that could be edited out and stuff. It just...
I do wish this person's face was showing.
Yeah, you can't do an armbar like that.
Oh. You should know that, right? I like the exposure of everything. Even though it's very contrasty, which I tend to not like, I like the fact that you can see everything and it makes sense. Shadows are where they're supposed to be. There's not like editing
no one's
shadows
flying
out
against a wall with unrealistic shadows. Yes, that's
What did
true.
I give that one? Flying guy? I went pretty high.
I think you went 4.
I thought I liked it in the beginning.
All right, community on this one, 2.82.
Wow.
It's artistic. This is the type of photography that when you go to the Museum of Modern Art, it'll be in there and you'll go, what is this? And you know, it'll have sold for $18 million, and you go, what the heck? Like, why is this selling for $18 million?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I must be a horrible artist.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to wrap my voting around a naked guy pointing his toes floating in water.
I agree. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put out of my mind that this is like a naked guy doing a weird pose in the pool, and I'm just looking overall from like a photography standpoint. Should this be in your portfolio?
That's 2 votes. That's 2 votes. I mean, I really like the composition and the lighting and the focus, everything about it. I don't like the pose, and he just needs to be wearing something. I don't, you know.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of people who take pictures of naked people and make lots of money off of it. So just because you don't like it doesn't mean that, you know, it's not a viable business or whatever. But, you know, it's like the pool's just got junk all in it, and he's got some weird, like, maple leaf tattoo or something. It just feels like a snapshot to me. It doesn't feel super artistic. But that being said, some of the most successful art photographers in the world, they'd have a portfolio of only pictures like this, and they're making tons more money than I am. So who am I to say? Community gives it 2.73.
So these were supposed to be sports?
It was like male fitness, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have got a girl on this one.
What does that mean?
To sit here. Like,
oh, that's true. That would have been better.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. It was going to be David, and then you called me for some other reason, and I was like, hey, you want to do a critique of the community? So I didn't put much thought into.
It's just hard for me to vote on it. I mean, I think this is a good
image. But here's the thing. I mean, I agree. Like, if I see a beautiful woman in a photograph, I'm tempted to rate it more highly just because I find her really beautiful.
Exactly.
But I think you could just look at it from a photography lighting standpoint, and we've all seen ads like this before for males' clothing and underwear. So I think even though you may not be sexually attracted to this man, I think you can rate it.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Ready? No. Don't even talk like that.
3, 2, 1. I'm in between a 3 and a 4 on this. Like, I feel like it looks good.
I give it a good 3.
Yeah.
The one thing that bothers me once again is it's just a little too bright on the highlights.
On his forehead.
Slightly. Yeah, just right there. And that's really it. Other than that, everything else is great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like interesting lighting, you know, obviously weird pose, but that's what it is. Like, he's showing off his abs and stuff, and like, who knows what this could be for, but it's that style of photography, and I feel like it looks like a nice professional shot. So well done. Community gives it 2.59. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. This is my favorite shot of the whole critique.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like that.
We've been almost right on every time.
Well, you've been wrong a few times, but I feel
I've been wrong.
Yeah, you've been wrong. I've been right on the money, but I feel like this is awesome. I mean, I was thinking about giving this a 5.
And I just took a similar, almost identical. There wasn't running. It was people walking at the Foo Fighters concert.
Okay.
Just like this, because the light was. I saw them above walking by, and I did little videos of them walking by. I just like the shadow. I like all of these lines. All of this looks great to me.
And then the red.
Yes.
That just brings it all together.
Yeah, it's like the only real color in the whole thing. It makes it pop.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I agree. Like, what did the community rate this? 2.99. What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? Yeah, this shot's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps up this critique. Thank you guys for watching. If you have band photography or whatever, click on the description, click on the link in there, and you can upload those right away. We will see you next time.